Let's see here. So it wants me to go over to Wendy over here. Hashtag not sponsored, but could be by the Wendy's fast food chain, I guess. A cloudy day. So a bunch of ground doodles and flying. So I want a ground doodles and ranged. Oh, I already have ground doodles on range. This is perfect then, right? Though I might by default have... Yeah. Or, this might be a good opportunity for Goomba to get experience. I don't know. Let's see here. I guess there's no cutscene. We're going right into it. A couple of your coworkers have been asking about teaching them to drive manual. After years of people pretending they don't exist, it seems they're making a comeback. Interesting. Just because it's like fun or something like that, do you think? Because it's fun to, you know, be shifting around to the different gears and such. Do you think? That might be the reason for the resurgence. That would be my guess. That's like cool and you get to feel cool while driving. Or whatnot. Ow, you're so mean. Such a rude dude. But yeah, it would definitely be a very different experience driving a, you know, a truck that old that we were just discussing there. That, I feel like it would take a lot of getting used to. Like, I do gotta practice on, like, some other manual first. Like, learn how to drive manual elsewhere first. And then learn from the truck there. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to start immediately learning from a truck like that, especially considering it doesn't even run right now. It almost runs. My dad and I have almost gotten that old truck to run. We've come close, but it's not quite starting right now. It's almost starting, but not quite. So, you know, there's that. Manuals are so rare now. Bam! So rare nowadays, just say you can drive one gives you cool points by default. Saying you daily drive one for some reason impressive people when it was normal 70 years ago. Yeah. 70 years ago, the year of that truck there, 1952, it was very normal. It was just what you had to do. So yeah, I wouldn't mind learning. It'd be a good skill to have there. If we did wind up restoring it along with my little cousins there, I don't know if if the older one there would seriously want it as, like, you know, his first vehicle that he drives on, because, like, your first vehicle should be something, you know, simple and easy and whatnot, and that, you know, probably isn't too expensive. You probably don't want, like, a really fancy show vehicle as a thing that, you know, you're driving around on a daily basis, you know, just in case. Like, maybe drive it around from time to time if you want to go for, like, a nice summer day drive or something like that and that kind of thing. But as a regular vehicle to get from point A to point B, it's probably not the best thing to be using nowadays, you know? Probably not. The minions are famous? Oh, this is probably the one with the cutscene. Probably should have done this first. Well, these benches. Oh my gosh. Have you heard? The big juicy rumor. Well, duh. It's only the most fantastical thing ever. We've all heard about it. They say the Mushroom Kingdom crew is here. Could life be more stupendular? I need to see Princess Peach with my own eyes. Is that too much to ask? Oh yeah, I'd love for Bowser to kidnap me. How fun would that be? I'm getting a call right now. It's apparently from EB Games. They're probably gonna tell me about Mario Strikers tomorrow that I pre-ordered. Hello?
Hi, this is from GameStop at AlphaDream.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty alrighty.
That's good to hear. I was just going to remind that you have Mario Strikers here with us. It's going to be coming out tomorrow for you.
Okie doke.
Awesome. Just make sure you have your photo with you as well
Yep.
when you come to pick it up.
Will do.
Awesome. You have a good one. We'll see you then.
Alright, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so Mario Strikers tomorrow. Put my headphones back on here. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll be playing some Mario Strikers. Wait 1 minute. Could that be? Don't tell me that's really Oh, it totally is. It's like I'm dreaming. Hey, you, look at me. Hey, hi, yes, hello. What's up? Did you want something? That stumpy body, those dynamic eyebrows, those adorable feet. You're from the beyond spectacular Mushroom Kingdom, aren't you? Are you a Goomba? Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. Ah! I knew it! The most expendable of all the MK baddies. Oh, let me touch him. I want to touch him. You are touching me. Now stop it. Ah! That tickles. Unbelievable. His skin is so much smoother than I expected. Imagine one of them just like taps his head. He gets squished, 200 points, and he's just gone. Hey, please hold on a minute. This is a personal space violation. Let me stomp on you, please, just a little. Yeah, I want to hear him make that cool boop sound. That sound, so colorful. He just dies from that. They get 200 points. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Hello, boys. Did you come all the way here just to see little old me? Who is this speaking right now? Oh, Mistress Wendy. I'm no fool, you know. I've heard all about your little adventure. Rumor has it you went and stabbed poor Iggy and Larry in the back. I wouldn't say we were the ones doing the stabbing. Did you say something, worm? In any case, you're too late. Soon this whole place will be a private beach just for Lord Fawful and me. Have you guys so much as sneeze funny? It's not gonna end well for you. Man, thank goodness this isn't one of those streams where I'm going around sneezing a whole bunch. Mega Squeed, the low lady of the illustrious Koopalings! Lady Wendy, oh, rare sighting, super mega rare! Wait a second, what is with you weirdos? No, stop, that tickles! Hey, how old are you? What's your sign? How tall are you, huh? Tell me, half a Bowser? A quarter? Who's the real leader of the Koopalings? Ludwig? Wow, those folks are persistent. And they're gone. Alright, let's follow her. Oh, but there may be more minions on your side. Be on alert, everyone. Alright, well, there's that, I guess. What's going on? Good question there. Can't wait for a truck restoration live stream. I don't know if that would ever happen. It would depend what parts of the process. And as I mentioned before, we might potentially see if we can just drop it off at like a university or a high school for a semester a year for students to work on some things here and there for a while. Maybe I'm gonna have to do some research into what places have mechanic programs. I'm gonna have to reach out like, hey, anybody interested in this old truck here? But yeah, that truck with this carbureted engine, old suspension design, and glorious safety. Who needs that? Just don't crash mindset might not be the best for a first time driver. Yeah, definitely not. Like it's kind of interesting looking back at vehicles of the time. Like, for one, there wasn't seatbelts. There's no seatbelts in that thing. We could always put seatbelts in if we really wanted to, but the original stuff, yeah, there's no seatbelts on that thing there. I think I don't remember if it was the Fargo that we were looking at or this Mercury in the family, where I think it's the same design on both. Where you fill up for gas is this little thing that goes like right behind the driver's and passenger seat. So, you know, having the highly explosive thing right behind the seats like that, I probably don't need to explain why that's a thing that doesn't really go on anymore nowadays, you know? So, attention, listen up, everyone. Those guys are all spiky. If you touch one, you'll take some damage. Foes like Spinies, however, only have spikes on top. It means hitting them from the side is fair game. But those round guys are covered in spikes. That'll hurt no matter what. Spike damage may be minimal, but it'll get rough if you take too much of it. When spikes can't be avoided, try to finish the fight quickly. Okay, or just use like a bunch of range studios and whatnot. But yeah, so it is possible that, you know, if things work out, we might just, you know, drop it off somewhere else for a little while and then, you know, might not see it for a little while because of that while it's getting worked on here and there. So if we did start restoring it, it might be starting like next year, maybe? If that wound up happening, maybe we shall, we'll see how things work out, essentially. But I know that, I know my little cousins have asked me a few times if they can, be on stream / on the channel in some way. So if there was a thing that we were doing, like, maybe just like the three of us or something like that, that could always be a thing there. I think, if my dad or uncle was involved with part of the process one day, they probably wouldn't be too thrilled by the idea of a truck restoration live stream. But if it was just like us working on like some niche specific thing, like replacing some of the boards in the back or maybe some of the stuff in the, you know, in the cab or something like that, then maybe there might be a slight possibility. Oh no. Wow, you're so mean. How about you don't? But yeah, well, it's a lot of stuff in the air right now. Right now, it's just a whole lot of, let's see how this works out, I guess. Oh, dang, I just wasted that thingamabob there then. Darn it. Well, yeah, this is not going super well then. Apparently in the US, 1968 is when seatbelts became mandatory to be. I'll do another deny then. became mandatory to be installed in cars. You weren't required to wear them until the 1980s, though. The mandatory seatbelts at the time were lap belts that just went over the waist. I believe it. I believe it there. Come on, please. It's gonna be close. I gotta deny it. Which makes this kind of sketchy, you know. Bam. When we were looking in the interior recently and we were looking at the odometer, what's really interesting, you know, that truck's 70 years old. The odometer is currently at about 450,000 miles. So in that thing's 70-year lifetime, it has traveled, you know, nearly 500,000 miles. So it's easily traveled over 500,000 kilometers. You know, this was before Canada started using kilometers and whatnot, back when, you know, we were just using miles there and whatnot as well, like weirdos. So that thing has done a lot of traveling throughout its life. Like, it's clearly seen a lot of love and a lot of use. It's done a lot of traveling from point A to point B, it certainly seems like, you know. No. No, Iggy! Kaboom! Oh, dang, I messed it up. It's fine. It's fine. Ah, it's fine. Oh, it's a little bit less fine. Oh, it's so fine. Oh! Everything is A-okay. Everything is all A-okay. But yeah, a lot of stuff there is gonna need to be redone. Like when I was mentioning a little bit ago, like the idea of redoing the back. The whole back there needs to be like redone. Like there's some boards back there that are like falling apart and whatnot, cracking apart. It's not in the best states back there. So we'd have to get like a new bunch of wooden planks and whatnot and completely redo that. That I'd be, you know, capable of doing. I don't know that whole much about like mechanical stuff, but just replacing physical things like that I can do at least, you know. Oy, we lost her. Incredular! Lady Wendy is the best! My new fave for realsies! Enter my contest, blah. She said that to us! I can't believe she really said that! Cutie battle contest. How fresh, how fabuloid! And the cutest, strongest team will win. Classic. Oh, and if we go, we'll get to meet the Bowser's minions! Nothing could stop me from going. It sounds fantabulous. I didn't even press A, it just auto-advanced that. A cutie battle contest? Okay, well, but yeah, I got a project car of our own, a 1982 Fiat Spider 2000. A 124 Spider that got a different name because it had a 2.0 L engine. Not an item that's been in the family. Dad picked it up to work on it. Has just under 50,000 miles on it. Huh. Interesting. That sounds like an interesting project there as well. Yeah, this, the old Fargo that's in the back, it hasn't really been in the family much at all. I think, I'm not 100% certain. I need to, like, get the story again. But I'm fairly certain what it was is that my grandpa knew this one farmer who had it and wanted to get rid of it. So I think when I was, like, too young to even remember it, my mom, wound up buying it thinking that it could one day be a cool project for my dad and I to restore. Now, it's not really in the cards anymore for, like, him and I to just be restoring it ourselves, essentially, because, like, one, we don't have the space here to keep it. For the longest time, in those photos that I was showing where, like, oh, let's see here, if I go back to the, photos here real quick. For the longest time, we were keeping it in, like, this tent garage thingamabob, but that's also where we keep, like, all our gardening tools, all the outdoor equipment, like freaking lawnmowers, snowblowers, stuff like that, where we keep, like, all the tires and whatnot for different seasons. It gets pretty cramped in there when you've got a freaking truck taking up the space. So we, you know, pulled it out onto, you know, the front area there so that we can actually have, you know, proper space to, like, move around in there and not having to, like, slide past all clumsily and whatnot. So, and if you did want to restore it, it would best to be in, like, a big open space, ideally indoors rather than outdoors, and, you know, have space to walk around it on both sides. Was the thing. So we don't have the space to work on it. We don't have the means to work on it just ourselves because, you know, I'm busy with, like, work, university, stream stuff, all these thingamabobs. My dad's knees have been giving him issues for a long time, and interesting. Let's do this, sure. That's what we'll do. So he's been on, like, surgery wait lists for so long. He had one of his knees replaced, and, well, the replacement came loose, so now they have to redo it because they messed it up the first time. And when that's gonna be done is any time from, like, this week to 6 months from now. Any time in that range. So, you know, public healthcare in Canada can be really nice from the perspective of if you need to get, something done, you don't have to, have your whole freaking financial situation be completely ruined because of it. But if you need something that's non-life threatening like that, you're gonna be waiting for like 3,000 years is the thing. Like, I'll still gladly take public healthcare over private healthcare. Absolutely, any day of the week. But you do gotta acknowledge that, it has its pros and cons, and that's one of the cons. You do have to admit. So yeah, his situation with his knees isn't the best and whatnot. So, it's not really in the cards for just us two to be doing it on our own. But if we had, other help with the family and a place to put it, which it sounds like we would be able to over at my cousin's place, because they have a 2-car garage in the back and a 1-car garage in the front, and my cousin's the only driver of the household, so he just uses the 1-car garage in the front is the thing. So the 2-car garage in the back just isn't being used for anything. So while he was telling us that he himself isn't that interested in a restoration project, he was like, but if you just want a place to put it, you can just put it in here, like no problemo. So we might see at some point about maybe putting it back there. First and foremost, I gotta reach out to some schools to see if anybody would be interested in doing a little bit of work on it, just to give like students the opportunity to work on a 70-year-old truck. I'll inquire about that first, but it does seem like that might become its home one day, and that we might work on it there. So we shall see. 124 Spider has low mileage for its age, but with it being a convertible and having been spent outside, center of the car is quite rusty. Luckily, one of Dad's coworkers is a somewhat skilled welder, but that's not a position everyone is in. Yeah, it's one of those kind of positions that it can be handy to have somebody in the family to help out. I do have another cousin who's a mechanic who might be very helpful to keep in mind for this project, but he doesn't live in this city. Lives like a hour drive away. So hey, we can use that contact if need be, if we bring it down there like one day for like if there's anything specific that we need help with. But it's not super convenient as just being able to like just go over there super easily. I actually recently went over there to get like brand new tires for my car, get like a good in-house deal with him, because he runs a Cal Tire location. So that's a very handy contact to have that has saved a decent bit of money having that kind of a contact in the family. Hey honey pie, slow down baby. Wow, Starfy really went in a different direction, didn't he? Leave me alone. Oh, it's Starlo. Starlo wasn't in the first 2 Mario and Luigi games, only appearing in some of the later ones, but I guess this is gonna show some stuff with Starlo before the events of Bowser Inside Story. Leave me alone. I've got some really good decoration on me. Make no mistake, world. I'm gonna win this cutie battle contest. Honey pie? Say it ain't so. That big guy, am I losing it? Or was he wearing a bob-omb? He was, and also something yellow, round, and somewhat feisty. Hey fellas, y'all look strong and capable, baby. You've just gotta save my honey pie. Yeah, y'all didn't hear me, did you? Listen up, I'm the famous Starfish Star Spangle. That nutty Hermie 3 went and stole my sweet honey pie away. Wait, does he expect us to save her or something? I guess. Yeah, baby, you just gotta save her, I'm begging you. We don't care either way about your honey pie. That's your own business. We're just going to rescue our Bob-omb buddy and skedaddle. Are we really taking an aside to save one little Bob-omb? Small or large, it matters not. He's a fellow minion. Well, it's interesting that Starlo makes an appearance in this. That is very interesting. Look at the spinies. Oh, and look at those stars that I don't know if I want to say what thoughts I have on those there. But yeah, funny thing about the, well, 124 Spiders, that the engine would have worked if not for those meddling previous owners who bore the engine into a larger displacement, improperly installed piston rings and caused it to get no compression, huh? So didn't take super good care of it then. I know, there was a time about a year or two ago when we just had to like reposition the old Fargo like differently in the tent garage back there. And when we did it then, like we got it running to like actually drive, readjust it like a couple of years ago. It's just now trying to like get it properly running and starting that like It's almost starting, but not quite, you know? Almost. It's so close to starting. But yeah, it's clearly quite old by now, is the thing. No, how about you don't? How about you don't do that? Bam! Get some more defense. Get some more of it. No, what are you gonna do, Starfy? Okay, I just had a few melee dudes left, so it wasn't too bad. Do I want to do another deny? Nah, it's fine. We got it from here, I'm fairly certain. We definitely got it from here. Bam. Yeah, 3 things needed for combustion in an air engine. Air/fuel mixture, spark, and compression. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm sure that once we, if we start, you know, properly doing things with this truck, I'm gonna start learning a thing or 3 about the process. I'm still at a state where I'm basically in the dark about it, but very soon I may well be learning. We shall see. I might do some research on the land of the internet, on the land of the interwebs. Maybe there's some good YouTube tutorials out there on like the process of restoration or something like that. But there are also like some things that we're gonna need to decide if we do, you know, make this process go underway. Is like, how would we want to restore it? Do we want to like restore it to be like as original, like for the times as it would have been, or do we want to put in like more modern parts? Is the question. Right now the current step is just see if there's any institutions that might want to work on it to help teach students and whatnot and save us some effort. Is the step right now. But if we do wind up going forward with, you know, more steps here, that is going to be one of the things to consider. New parts or all original? What's it going to be there? Air fuel is what you think it is. Spark is a spark plug to ignite. The fuel and compression helps the fuel ignite as well. Makes enough sense in my head, at least. Hey, let go of my... Hey, you! Unhand me! Ah! Ouch! Ouchie! Intense pain! The suffering! That hurts, I say! Don't thump me between my eyes! That is so inconsiderate! Sweetheart pie! Are you, okay? Yeah. Can I maybe get a huggy wuggy? Why is everyone here insane? Especially you. Take the hint. The last time, I'm not your honey pie. You are all on my very last nerve. We just saved you. Who, us? But we have nothing to do with that guy. Whatever. I'm gonna go and try to enjoy the rest of my vacay. Well, I'd like to anyway, but there's a cutie battle contest going on. Maybe I should enter. If I strut my stuff, I'll win for sure. That yellow lady. Maybe we should recruit her. She looks helpful, doesn't she? And cute. I bet she's smart. No, on second thought, that's a bad idea. Honestly, things are crazy enough as it is. Too true, Cap. Yeah, good call. Alright, well, we did that. We saved Starlo, recruited like 1 bomb, I guess. If you compress gasoline too much, it'll ignite before the spark. That's what the octane radion gas is for. 87 octane will ignite easier than 93 octane. That could cause it to prematurely ignite due to compression instead of the spark, huh? I feel like right now it's going a little bit over my head, but in time, young Padawan. Oh my god, the pokey!